On assumption of office as governor, Engr Abdullahi Sule took his very first bold and fundamental step towards rescuing education in Nasarawa State by allocating 26% to the education sector in the very first budget of his administration in the 2019-2020 budget. Thereafter, Engr Sule engaged the Faculty of Social Sciences in the Federal University Lafayette to conduct a baseline survey of all the state-owned primary and secondary schools in Nasarawa State.
As you are aware, we have a total of 1,400 primary schools and 418 public schools. That survey gave us an insight into the state of facilities in terms of infrastructure, the buildings, the teaching aids in the school, the personnel, and even the effect that school has on the community. And we found that the report was something that was a little bit disturbing, because over 70% of the schools require one form of attention or the other.
I've now seen a governor who's interested not just in addressing some of the obvious problems, but also want to understand holistically and comprehensively the challenges that these institutions are facing. And what he did, that you call the baseline survey, really has provided clearly the needs assessment of these institutions. And going forward, you can then plan and then see how you'll address it.
After the baseline survey, His Excellency has inaugurated a committee to look at the report of the baseline survey and any other report that has bearing on education, look at the whole sector and come up with a plan on how we can, improve the situation that we have made on ground. And this the committee activity is currently ongoing.
In 2 years, Engr Abdullahi Sule has also settled the backlog of scholarship grants to students of Nasarawa State origin studying in tertiary institutions from 2016 all the way to 2019. And he has also established technology innovation hubs in Lafayette, Akwanga, Kefi, and Karu local government areas.
Apart from that, we have invested almost 35% of our budget to education. The Minister of State of Education selected Nasarawa as the first state to visit, in line with the promotion of some of these programs for education. That is competitiveness.
The area of technical education is also one key area that government is focusing, especially so as to engage our youths in productive activity, so that some of them at the end of their learning, they can also engage in some useful ventures.
This is one of the most famous technical institutions that Nasarawa State has. And they are equating this school with some of the famous technical schools, like the Government Technical College Bukul, Government Technical College Makodi, Government Technical College Kano, and the rest of that. So when they call it, these are schools that are famous, that have produced some of the best technicians and best engineers that we have around. And this is part of the dream that I have. So I'm trying to see what can I do also to promote this institution so that it will be able to have a name. So before I can equip any school like this, I needed to see things for myself.
His Excellency Governor Abdullahi Sule's focus on skill acquisition, vocational and technical education is commendable. It is the necessary steps that is needed now. It is the only solutions, his approach, that will help us create jobs.
Chronicles of Abdullahi Sule in 2 years is a production of the Directorate of Strategic Communication in the Office of His Excellency Governor Abdullahi Sule. Edited by Amos Adoino Al Hassan and Lucky Stephen. Music score Ikwan Onker. Directed by Yakubu Lamai.